Welcome to our episode number 133, the book date with you, the best book recommend to you. Right now, we are in this book, Living the Best Year Ever. This is an ebook that we have so that we don't have the physical book to share with you right now that we download from Darren Daily. So Darren, he is someone that we already mentioned before in his previous book that we share, The Compound Effect. So let me share with you who is Darren again. Darren, he is a mentor for many of today's high-performing CEOs, advises many large corporations, and sits on the board of several companies and non-profit organizations. Darren, he is a highly sought-after keynote speaker and media contributor. So every single day from Monday to Friday, Gideon and I, we watch the Darren Daily. So this is a very short, about 5 to 7 minutes of video on certain topics that we never miss a day. So this is something that I really dedicated for more than 10 years. Can you imagine like from Monday to Friday, every single morning, I'm watching this, and this really give me a lot of inspiration and motivation to move forward. So today, let's us share his book, Living the Best Year Ever.
Hi everyone, Gideon here, and I'm very proud to glad to share this book because when we're doing this recording is the beginning of the year, and I think it's very suitable that we share this book called The Best Living Your Best Year Ever by Darren Daly. I will go through very briefly. I download the book. Darren Daly let us download the book, and it's a bridge version, meaning a shorter version. But I think it's a very good book, and it's very good to read this book in the beginning of the year, like what you should do to live your best year ever. So let's start. So this book is about goal making, make goal making, like what kind of goal that you should make. And I want to start this book with this quote from Jim Rohn. The goal of this human adventure is to see what all we can become with all we have been given. So I highlight some of the keynotes for me. This life is a human adventure. Okay. And most importantly is the last sentence here. With all we have been given. I know a lot of people, say that they've been born differently, born with different environment. Some born with silver spoon, gold spoon. Some people born with inheritance. Some people born with in a country with all the war, and some people born in rich countries. So is that all luck? Yes. But is it all that we have been given? Yes, also. So within all environment and resources that we have been born with or all we have been given, what we can become is the objective of this. It's the objective of our human adventure, our life. So think about this. So this book is about goal making, right? And then Darren leave us a quote. If you are not making the progress that you would like to make and are capable of making, it is simply because your goals are not clearly defined. I know some of you may like I'm tired of hearing this. What another book about goal making? Every year I make goal and I feel what's so different about this book, right? So again, Darren talk about if your goal are not clearly defined, you will not make it. But Darren also give 3 steps why our goal, how to make our goal really a success. So I will talk about these 3 steps later on. But remember, we must make goal and you must clearly define your goal. Okay, let's go to the step 1. Step 1 is the why is more important than the how. The why. Um, I think there's a lot of book talking about the why. I think even in our previous session, there's some book talking a lot about why. And in this book particularly, Darren bring out some stories again to talk about why the why is more important. Example, like there's one story in the book talking about um, a baby kidnapped, is kidnapped and then is kept in a mountain. And a lot of people trying to, climb the mountain to save the baby, but they cannot do that because the mountain is too steep. And there's a woman, can just find a way and on the way, and then try to and save the baby and bring down the baby. And a lot of people was like asking the women, why you can do that? The women just answer, because it's not your baby. Okay, because it's not a baby. And the same thing, if there is a fire on a side of the cliff, you would just run across whatever ahead of you, even if there's a bridge, overhanging bridge. But in normal circumstances, I don't think any people will just want to walk across the overhanging bridge on the cliff. So the important thing is if you're if you're not meeting your goal every year, think about your why. Is your why not compelling enough? Are you
Mm.
tolerate what you accept? Because I think a lot of people like complaining about their job, like saying that, oh, my job is sucks. I want to change job. I want to change boss, or whatever. But they never make it. Why? I think it's because your situation is not bad enough. You still can tolerate, and you get what you tolerate, right? So think about it. If your situation is pain enough, you have pain enough, you have enough reason, you will do this. You will find any way to do this. I mean, sad to say, like if you're not pain enough, you will not find a way. So if you really have nothing to like make you compile enough to do something, Darren give us a page to write down your commitment pledge. Like you, I mean, this is a sample, like commitment pledge. Write down your commitment pledge, like something like this. I, your name, being or something, want to do this, and acknowledge that I will do that, commit to do this, and then you sign your name and then put your date. Every year I do this. Download this. You can download or you can just write your name here and then give yourself some commitment to do something.
You keep the hard copy or the soft copy?
Nowadays I give soft copy. Yeah, and every year
E-sign.
you can change, right? Yeah,
Yeah, e-signature.
yeah.
Mm.
Joyce, you want to add anything before we go to?
I have this sharing about when Gideon share about the progress. You know, when he talk about the progress in I think the second slide. I think it's on the second
Yeah,
slide. This
that's right.
is the slide. You know, this is the word that I always so into is because when you feel you have progress, you will start to have the momentum. If you don't see any progress in your life, whether it's personal or professional life, when you feel stagnant, you don't feel the momentum you want to go. So that is the reason why when even how small the progress you can be, remember the tortoise and the hare story, that one step at a time, that kind, how slow the progress you can be, let it be. It is good that you have fast progress, but sometimes in a lot of time in human life experience, we have a lot of different things that happen surrounding us that may not be able to go fast as you want. If you can go fast, by all means. If you does really something that you need to deal with, then you go slow. Just like what happened to me last year. My dad very sick, and then I choose to spend a lot of time with him. And then my progress in my professional work has been really, really, really slow. But I do see some progress. You get what I mean? When I see some progress, I feel there's momentum for me to get forward. So that is the reason why I encourage you and invite you to have that little progress every single day. Yeah.
Very good to hear this. I want to leave you with this word by Nietzsche. He who has a why to live can bear almost anyhow. Okay? You can bear almost anyhow. I'm not saying that you will be success, but you can bear almost anyhow. Okay. Okay, let's go to step two. Step two is a lot of people who work or in office like myself, we need to do the yearly assessment or we call it year in review. Some people may say, oh gosh, another one. But this is very important. Do your year in review in the beginning of the year or end of the year. Why? Because you need to plan, do, review, and improve. Okay. There's a quote by Einstein that is very famous, I think. The definition of insanity. is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. So why we need to do this review every year? Because you want to see whether you have done anything good or things that you need to stop doing or continues doing. But if you are thinking that you are doing the same thing and you expect next year will be different, then you're insane, right?
Check. This is to check whether are we insane or not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't just expect that you're doing the same thing and you get the same result. Um, even like people like sometimes I do sales also sometimes. And I know that every year I have to improve my maybe sales pitch or sales technique if I want to increase my sales, right? I don't expect that I will doing double my sales doing the same thing again and again, you know. So think about this, right? And in this book, Darren actually gives us a worksheet here in worksheet, and you can modify this, right? I mean, just this is just a sample, right, of uh, what is the year in review, right? So some of the example that I can give you from the book is you can write down your 10 greatest happenings from last year's. Okay. You can write down what is I am most proud of, let's say three accomplishments from last year. The greatest lesson I've learned from last year. Um, let's give you an idea. Three personal improvement I have made last year. Uh, if I could go back again, what three things I would do differently?
Mm.
The greatest influence on me last year. The smartest decision I made last year. The most caring service I performed last year, or the biggest risk I have taken last year. Uh, the most important relationship improved last year. What is that? Uh, or you can write what is the one word that sum up last year experience. Okay, three things I need to do less, three things I need to do more, or three things I need to stop doing this year. So
It seems like a long list, right?
yeah, there's a long list, but you don't really like. I know like start small first, right? If you I would think the most important for me, if you're really busy and you want to do the whole long list, right? Just do the three things. What things you want to stop doing, continuous doing, or doing better. Yeah.
Okay, something I want to add in here a little bit when we talk about worksheet. When you see, a lot of people will feel like, wow, there's a long list that you want to write. As like Gideon just now mentioned, if you are so tied up with your time, just invite you to get three things that you want to write down, the three sentences, and then make it short and then concise, and then you know exactly you can visualize. Remember why you need to write it down. Um, you know what? Last time I'm super intense in writing down my goals. Right now, I mean last time I actually literally print out this worksheet and then handwriting it. So right now I don't print it out. I just use my journal. I write it down. The reason why we want to write it down, scientifically proven that when you write down, you actually have 42% higher chances of you to achieve your goals. And then at the same time, it is proven again what you write down, you invite. You actually pull the things towards you. So there are some miracle things that connect our hand to our brain. When you write down, typing is different. Type is different than write down. When you write down, you actually send the nerve will sending the information back to your brain so that brain can make it happen. So that is something I really highly recommend every one of you to do. Yeah.
Good, good. Okay, the last step, step three, and this is the foundation of abundance. Um, there's one thing, or one thought, that can create wealth, can bolster your health,
Mhm.
can unlock your potential, can forge or fortify abiding love,
I want.
inspire great joy. You know what's that?
I want. Definitely.
So this is the thing, gratitude, gratitude. So I think why the last step is gratitude. To Darren, right? If you're doing all these all these things and you don't have a basic or a good mental state of mental to start, you will not you will not able to sustain, or keep going, your effort. So he want us to have this mentality, this gratitude and mentality, that will keep you going. It's like the wheel of the car, want you to keep moving. And it's quite important. Sometimes people don't notice, when you're driving. Sometimes people don't notice that the tire and the one that wheels are the one that moving you. You just remember about your engine, all these things, but you forgot about the wheel. So there's a worksheet also on gratitude. Uh, I don't think you need to do it at the end of the year, so you can do it every day. Like sometimes I
Yes.
do it every night. Every
Yeah.
night, think about it. It give you a sample again of, if you don't really know what to do, they give you a gratitude worksheet. Example, right? The three amazing people in your life are the three great things about my home and where I'm living. Okay. The three great things about where I work and what I'm doing for a living. The three great gift or talent or skill that I have been given or I've learned. The three great knowledge or experience I have developed so far. The three way I have experienced so-called luck in my life.
I do it
So,
every single, not the long list lah.
oh,
This is a real, real long list. Yeah.
yeah. So I want to leave you with a quote by Oprah Winfrey. Right? Be thankful of what you have. You will end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never ever have enough. Okay. So that's what I have to share today, actually, about
Yeah.
this
Love
book.
it. Love it so much. Just now, the last one we talk about is like, can summarize into one sentence. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So you focus on what are things that you're grateful for, what are the things that you want. You are pulling your energy towards that thing. So this is something I recently advocate so much and learn so much about energy work. And then something I also want to highlight before we go is I catch something. It's so important in this book, talking about the why, the burning desire, why you want to do what you want, right? The why is the why that will bring you towards to how, I mean, when you are so um how would I say, when you are so, the time that you feel like you want to give up is the actually the why that can keep you moving forward. So knowing your why is a definitely 100%, 1000% things that you must know. And then that kind of emotion, keep that feeling, that emotion, the burning desire emotion into in your body. So when you are keeping that kind of feeling in your body, when you want to recall that emotion out, the feelings out, that's the time that can really propel you forward. So I recently do something I think Gideon also don't know. Something, emotion is actually the feelings plus motion. So the motion I do is I recently engaged myself in dancing. I dance a
Oh,
lot recently. I dance on the music, whatever song that I love. I can sing the best I can know the lyrics, and then I dance. So it's a good time that when you dance, your body is moving. So you create that motion, that action, the motion. So plus the feelings that create the emotion that you need to propel you forward to do whatever you want to do. So that's the reason I want to highlight this and invite you to do that as well. And I hope that this book serve you as the January version, so that can really give you the big picture, the idea, something to pick on that you can do this year before you start the whole engines, right? So we'll see you in our next episode.